Hello Archipians, how is it going? Hope you all are safe and sound at your place and enjoying the online classes. I Vidhi welcome you all to RKP online classes. Today we are going to start our new topic from writing section, that is story writing. Okay. Now before we proceed further, and before I tell you how to compose a story, a good story, I would like to tell you what is a story. Okay, see, a short story is a narrative of fiction or imagination, sometimes reality also, that is written in easily understandable grammatical structure. Now see, what is a short story? See, a short story is a narrative. Now what do you mean by this word narrative? Narrative word has been derived from the word narrate, and narrate means to tell. Okay, so it tells us about fiction. Now what do you mean by fiction? Fiction means something which is not true, or we can say false. Okay, fiction means something that is not true. It includes fiction or imagination. We imagine the things and then we frame a story. Okay, or sometimes reality also, real things, but this picture, this thing is rare. Okay, basically mainly we include fiction and imagination. Okay, that is written in easily understandable grammatical structure, means the story that we are going to write, the language should be easily understandable and its grammatical structure should be correct. Means the tense part should be correct. Sometimes students, they commit mistake in tense part, or grammatically the sentence is not correct, the structure is wrong. Okay, so this is all about what is a short story. Now further, there are some more points that you must know. First thing is, what is the word limit of a short story? See, the word limit is 180 to 200 words. So what is the limit? The word limit is 180 to 200 words. See beta, word limit, it plays a major role. Actually, marks are deducted during your examination. If you exceed the word limit, marks are deducted for that. So you need to keep word limit in your mind whenever you're writing story writing. Next point is one incident. A short story, it basically revolves around one incident only because it is short, so we have a word limit. Okay, so 2 or 3, it's not possible to take 2 or 3 incidents. Okay, so basically we take only one incident. Okay, basically it includes one character because it is short story, so only one character is involved, but sometimes it includes more than one characters also. Sub characters are also there. Okay, helping characters. Clear? So there can be one or more than one characters in the story. Clear? Yes beta, now the question arises how to compose a good story, right? See beta, before we compose a story, an outline is always provided to us. Now this outline is just like an ingredient. Suppose we have rice, raw rice. Now we have to cook a dish. Now it depends upon us that which dish we are going to cook. Okay, it depends upon our creativity. Okay, we have many choices. We can cook plain rice, fried rice, kheer, any dish we can cook. So now it depends upon us. Okay, so an outline is just like that. Okay, now after that it depends upon us that how creative we are, how efficient we are to compose a good story. Okay, so a child, it depends upon that child that how he can compose the story. Now now you'll ask me that, ma'am, what about the taste? Now there are some spices in the dish, right, which makes it really delicious, which is actually mouth watering, right, and we want to eat it more and more. So in the same way, a good story, okay, which forces the reader to read it, there are some elements, those spices are those spices make the dish delicious. In the same way, these elements make our story more attractive, more interesting, we can say. Okay, so now let's have a look at these elements. Okay, first element is time and setting. Okay, now we have to write time and the place when, where, it takes place. We have to mention it. Okay, so in time and setting, we tell the time, okay, when the story begins, we tell the place where the story begins, and some other elements also. Okay, so like this our story starts, and because there is word limit, that maximum word limit is of 200 words, so we can't add words just like that. Okay, we can't be freehand. So this time and setting, it should be of 30 words. Okay, okay. Plot includes a group of events, okay, the actions which take place one after another. Now there must be a proper sequence for that. Okay, otherwise the story will be totally spoiled. Okay, next main element is characters. There can be one or more than one character, right, and those characters can be an object or a person. Okay, we include both in our story writing, object also and person. Okay, in characters, object and person both are included. Okay, then next comes action. Now when that action takes place, when, what, where, how, these are some certain questions. What, then what happened, now why it happened, how it happened. So these are some actions. Okay, those are followed in the story. Okay, these actions must be in proper sequence. Okay, otherwise there will be no connection, and if no connection is there, the reader will not read it. Okay, clear? And especially for students, means marks will be deducted. Clear? If there is no connection, if there is no proper sequence, then obviously marks will be deducted. Then after that comes dialogues. If there is conversation, if dialogues are there, then the story will be interesting. Now to add interest, to create interest of the reader, we add dialogues. Okay, clear? To create interest. Clear? So these are the elements which we must keep in mind while composing a story. Time and setting, plot and dialogues. Okay.